If you're struggling with the tight psoas, hip flexors, and adductor muscles, and please watch this video. I'm going to show you how to improve flexibility of those muscles without stretching. And by the way, if you haven't watched my previous video on how to release the psoas, and please be sure to watch it at the link below. We're going to start with the two quick tests. And the first one is to check active hip extension. You can stand and slowly extend your right hip backwards. And you can feel how your right hip extends. Just do it a few times and then do the other side. And what you're looking for is not just a range of motion, but also you're looking for smoothness of the motion. How smoothly that right hip extends and how smoothly that your left hip extends. Just a few times. And then also check the active range of motion with your walking. Slowly walking and then paying attention to the extension of the hip. One leg and the other leg. So how does it feel to extend? You can exaggerate your step length and then taking a little longer step and feel how the right leg, right hip extends and how the left hip extends. And then that's the first test. And then the second one, you're going to lie down on the floor flat with your legs straight. And for this one, you're looking for you're checking the space between your lower back and the floor when you lie down and rest and relax completely. And take a note how much space between your lower back and the floor. And then also take a note the difference between the right side of your lower back and the left side of your lower back. And you will find that one side is a little bit closer to the floor and one side has a little bit bigger space. So feel that. And if you can't really feel it well, and you can use your hand to check how much space. And at the end, after you go through this simple exercise next, and then you're going to check these two movement or the tests again, active hip extension, and then check in the space between your lower back and the floor. So why don't we start this simple exercise now? You're going to lie down on the floor. So as you're lying down on your back, and just have your arms resting at your side on the floor. And I'm going to start with my left leg, but we're going to do one leg at a time. So go ahead and rotate slowly and gently. Rotate your leg, your left leg, inward. So the foot turns inward too. But you don't have to go to the end of the range of motion. So you can just move towards that directions. And then when you get to like somewhere in between, and then hold that position for just a few seconds, say 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And you can feel the tension in your adductor muscles because you're holding your leg, keeping your leg from turning outward. And then slowly let go of the tension and then allow your leg to return and just relax. And then the next, you're going to rotate your leg, the same leg, outward. So the toes, your foot, turns further out. And then as you're going towards that direction, and then starting to let your heel, your foot, slide up on the floor. So you have to bend your knee too. You have to let your knee bend. Slide it up a little bit. You don't have to go too high. Just moving your foot. Sliding your foot upward. And then it is important you pay attention to the tension in your adductor muscles. Because if it wants to pull the knee up this way, and don't let it. You don't force it to keep it down, but don't let your knee be pulled up towards the ceiling. Just keep these muscles, adductor muscles, as relaxed as possible as you're sliding your foot, bending your knee, and then leave it there and then count 3 seconds or so. Just relax and let everything go. 1, 2, 3. And then slide your foot down until your knee is completely straight. And stay there. So you're going to repeat this one 3 times. So that's the first one, and you do another 2 sets and 2 times. Rotate in, hold it, 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and then you let go of your adductor muscles, allowing your leg to open up. And then begin to rotate your leg outward, sliding your foot, bending your knee without pulling your knee upward. Leave it, 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3. And then slide your foot down. Stay there. And just one more set. Rotate your leg inward and hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And let go completely. And then rotate your leg outward and slide your foot. Bend your knee without pulling your knee. Leave it. And hold it for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And then slowly slide your foot down. Return to the starting positions. Now, that's a very simple. And now pay attention to the space between your lower back and the floor on the left side and then the right side. Can you feel the difference? And then you're going to stand up. And then you're going to check active hip extension a few times on the side that you just did this exercise. And then you're going to take a little walk and then feel and exaggerate that step and feel how your hip can extend, and then compare 2 sides. Left side, the one that you just did, and then the right side in the range of motion or quality of the movement and hip extension. And once you sense the difference between the 2 sides, and then you return to the floor, and then you go through the same sequence on the right side. Rotate your leg inward, hold it for 3 seconds, and let go completely. Let your leg rotate out, and rotate your leg further out, and slide your foot up, and leave it. Hold it for 3 seconds, and slide your leg down, and rotate your leg in, and so forth, and 3 times. And then you can check space behind your back, between your lower back and the floor. And then stand up and then check quality of the motion and active extension of the hip on the right side at the end. Because we often maintain a tension and contractions in hip flexors and adductor muscles, and it is really helpful to just go through this simple exercise and then be able to let go of hip flexors and hip adductors before you even do the stretching. Because when you are maintaining this such tension in those muscles, and you really can't stretch it and stretch those muscles effectively, and actually oftentimes it causes a little more discomfort and it's not very effective. So that's why I recommend you start with this simple exercise to inhibit, and so that you can effectively and efficiently stretch those muscles. Check out these videos, and if you like this video, and hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Comment below how helpful you found this video was. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Happy mindful movement. Bye bye.